Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Afron Framble, and I'm getting back to the videos here. I mentioned that I took a little break in my last video. Um, so for about a month, I've been obsessively cleaning the entire apartment, working on organization projects, paying attention to my health, going for runs, making sure that I'm dieting the right way. And I don't know if I've alluded to this, but I've been doing all this because I'm living alone now, and I have a lot more time on my hands than I used to. It's not as sad as it sounds. Just the person I was with and I decided that we were not bringing out the best in each other. I mean, it's not exactly 100% the reason, but for simplicity's sake, and these things are rarely simple, it's a good way to put it. I'll be the first to admit that I didn't have the courage to be as honest as I should have been, and henceforth decided to be the worst person to be around. And long story short, we were both victims of the other's terrible attitudes, but at least the feeling was mutual. Um, so, through all of this, though, I want to give encouragement to anyone who has been through a breakup or there's some big obstacle in their life that seems insurmountable, or if anybody is in a difficult relationship, there are a few situations where we are completely hopeless and there's nothing we can do for ourselves. I know a lot of people trap themselves in their own mindsets, thinking that there's no way out. And the only cage is created by our mind. It's really easy to see someone else in the situation and give advice, but it's one of the hardest things to do to realize that we are in a rut ourselves, or that it could be easier than we think getting out of that rut. We also get into a lot of situations ourselves, specifically talking about relationships. That's a decision that we make. We put forth years of effort, and have a ton of memories. And a lot of that stuff, even if it's an extremely difficult situation, we form attachments to. We make good memories in a lot of bad relationships. And I wouldn't say it was all a bad relationship, but toward the end, I think it lasted a little longer than it should have. But what I realized after I felt good about being able to do what I wanted with the apartment and have the freedom to do what I wanted and have as much time to myself as I wanted, I did start to grow nostalgic and even sad for not being able to experience a lot of the things anymore that were highlights in the relationship. Like traveling and just dinners, just experiences that we had together. Um, and I came to the stark realization that I am completely alone. I know that sounds so depressing, but I have friends and family, and I love them all dearly. But when you go through a breakup, the best thing you can do is be comfortable with yourself. If you're, and that doesn't mean isolate yourself. The worst thing you can do is isolate yourself. But the best thing you can do is be okay being alone. If you're somewhat of an introvert like I am, chances are you'll be able to count your closest friends on one hand. And chances are pretty good that somewhere along the way, everyone is going to be too busy to spend time with you. Um, and you may be tempted to think, my ex was always available. I never had to feel alone. I have to tell you, it's all in your head. For me, there were many times I wanted to be by myself, and I couldn't wait to have me time. And even just having someone in the apartment could make me feel claustrophobic. And then when they're gone, I suddenly feel like I have to reach out to someone for human contact. The only difference between being by myself with someone else here and being by myself when no one else is here is how I feel about it. So, my best advice is just be comfortable being by yourself. Yes, reach out to family, reach out to friends, but if they're busy or if they don't respond right away, um, just be okay for that amount of time. Experience it being alone, uh, as uncomfortable as it may be. But don't make yourself busy trying to distract yourself and make time just go by. You'll wish your life away that way, and it's a good way to become depressed very quickly. Spend some time just by yourself, maybe meditating or doing nothing at all. work on a project that's meaningful to you. Clean the apartment, but don't go backwards. Don't go back to. There's a reason why you left, and there's a reason why you decided that you wanted, or the other person decided. And either way, it's good if you take the time to do what's meaningful to you. So this was sort of my "it gets better" speech for breakups, but that's what I'm learning still, and I think this is valuable to talk about. Uh, and if this resonates with anyone, please leave a comment. I'm very much looking forward to videos about gaming, music, what I'm doing with fitness. So tune in for those, and thank you so much for watching.